Hey, good evening. We're live. Pete Butler back in the room with you. In this video, I want to share with you basically a case study, or you'll actually watch me doing some optimizing of a Google ad account. Now, we've been working with an agent for the last, I don't know, say 7 weeks or so, and we've been working tirelessly to generate some results. And I'm pleased to say, basically the campaign's worked through a lot of optimizing, taking over, cutting out a lot of the negative keywords, building up the keywords, should we say, taking out ad groups that weren't performing, and now we're only focusing on the ads that are actually working, i.e. bringing in phone calls or valuation inquiries, basically through online form submissions and so on and so forth. So here we go. So I'm just going to quickly share with you. I'm just going to take this little slideshow down, and then I'm going to come full screen with you. But if this is your first time to the channel and you're an estate agent, real estate agent, and you want to grow your agency by getting in front of people on Google Ads, then please hit the subscribe button. And I'll come live here pretty much every week, all with tips and tricks on how to basically get in front of people that are actually looking for you. So let's remove this thing, and then let's go into another screen. So hang on, bear with. So this is on my left-hand side, you'll see a screen. This is behind the scenes, actually sort of a campaign level view of Google Ads. So we're running this agent is in Bedford or Bedfordshire, and they basically after people that obviously landlords, and also mainly, to be honest with you, 80% of the spend is weighted towards people that are looking to sell their home. Okay, and the average fee is £3,000 plus. So what we've done, just to give you a date range, we've got the 1st of September 2021 to the 4th of October, which is today's date. Okay, and we've generated from a high level like 1,200 impressions. Now, just to be clear here, this ad here is the ads that appear up on top of Google when local people in the postcodes that we've been given look for how much is my house worth, value my home, those types of keywords. So we're very, very specific, which has led to the results that I'm going to share with you right now. So let me give you the overview before I go down to here. I'll come back to this in a second, but so we've spent we've spent 440 quid, basically £439. Okay. We've generated 5 phone calls, but 17 additional leads. So what we did about the middle of the month, we changed the website that we're going to a lead form. So I think we're using Valpal, which works really, really well. Valpal, they're just basically lead generating tools. Now, it's how quick you as an estate agent are able to get back to those leads, send that email, send that text messaging saying we'll be in touch if it's this time of night or this time of the morning, whichever time you're reading this or watching this even. So it's all about that, how fast you can get back to people when they fill out a form. If they've got to wait 3 or 4 days, then don't bother. Literally you've got to be there within the minutes or two. So we're running ads from about 8 o'clock in the morning right to about 8 o'clock at night in the evening, Monday to Friday. We're not doing the weekends because of that reason. They can't respond as quick in the weekends than because we all need a bit of off time. So which is cool. So we generated 17 of those. So we worked it out. That conversion metric there doesn't include these phone calls. It only includes this here. But for 25 quid. I think it works out to about 15 quid or 10 quid a lead, depending on whether you want to sort of divide that, divide the 439 by the 17 plus 5. So work that out yourself. So this is the dates here. The dashboard within Google Ads is a very simple platform. It's not very rocket science at all. It's very simple. We can get metrics. We can change this to how many clicks we received, So we can go do a drop down. We can look at how many impressions we had. So we had 255 people click on the ad from researching, i.e. Googling, how much is my house worth. We had 16,400 people see the ads. So the clients has had 16,000 eyeballs, which in any other platform, you'd have paid for that impression. In Google, we only pay for the action. So those 16,000 eyeballs don't mean anything. They're a vanity metric. The metric we want to look at from a high level is how many people came to our website and how many people came through the website. So of the 255 people that came through, 5 of them made a phone call, which is boom. And then 17 further people filled out a form because they were too busy or whatever. So that's really good. I was happy, really happy with that, to be fair. And the client as well, so it's cool. So yeah, got £20 a day budget. And we've got an optimization score 73.9, which is a bit low, but that's Google saying spend more money, so we know that's not where we want to be. We've had 94 people come to the website through this interaction here, through the search ad. The gap between the 255 and the 94 is display ads. So we're not going to go into the display ads because they're more about supporting the brand message versus actually getting in front of people that are actually looking. We've got an interaction rate or a click-through rate of 7%, which is pretty strong. Average cost per click, which is really low, £2.75. On search alone of the £439, we spent £258.33 on search. So again, this is getting in front of people that are actually actively looking, which is 94 people that have come through. Cost per conversion, as I mentioned, was about 15 quid. It's £15.20. And what we're doing here, so we generated 3 phone calls. The search impression share, which is a key metric actually, because this is basically an indication of out of 100 people that search for your service or product, how much of a percent of that 100% do your ads show? Okay, so if you're running Google ads and you're unsure how to do that, then reach out to me. But it's called the search impression share metric, which is basically it's the figure between how many people actually look for you to how often you show. Okay, and at the moment we're at 18.90%, which is way lower than what we want. We ideally want it to be in the high 80s, high 90s. Well, not, let's say high 90s. We want to show 9 times out of 10, but yeah, that's something we're working on at the moment. But we're happy because out of the 8, shy on 20%, we still generated. Imagine the amount of leads that we missed out on by pretty much 72% we didn't show for. So our metric now, really going forward into the sort of winter months, is really to get that up to the high 90s, and that is a landing page experience, so we can get the ad score up, which then reduces the costs. So there's lots of little bars and measures that we have to take within Google to keep things going. It's not just one thing. There's other things going on at play at the same time. Now, from a keyword point of view, so let me show you the keywords that we're actually showing up for, which is here. So these are the ads these are the search terms that we've been showing up for. So we have 13 clicks on the how much is my house worth. We had 4 conversions off that. So that was someone going to the Valpal page, having typed in how much is my house worth into Google. And then obviously we've shown them an ad that says, look, put your details in here. We'll give you a house valuation. We had 4 of those. Same again, same journey. Someone Googles value my house. We then show them an ad that says, get your house valued, free of charge, instant valuation. Estate agent Bedford, 1 valuation. House price estimate calculator, 1 conversion. So, and what we do is we look for words that we don't get conversions for, but we get clicks. So all we do here is, like, for instance here, best estate agents, Bedford. Now, that term in itself is very broad. We don't know whether they're tenants, whether they're landlords, whether they're sellers. We don't know what type of what service they're looking for. They're looking for an estate agent, so they've either got to be one of a couple of things. We only want to really go after the sort of A B clients, not the CD. So we want problem aware, looking for a solution. That's why we go for these types of keywords up here, which is how much is my house worth, value my house, that type of thing. Now, all we're going to do now is just basically pause these other keywords that have had clicks, and the clicks aren't cheap, like the £3, that phrase there, sorry, cheap, is respective, because if we can get a lead and a name and a contact details for £3.45, then it's not a problem. But when we get 3 clicks and we've spent £10, we've had no leads, no phone calls coming from it, I'm going to pause that. I'm going to put that into a pause. So we're not going to show if someone types that in. Now, that's quite a broad statement to make. Sometimes we do get leads, sometimes we don't. Like estate agent near us, estate agent near me, we've had 4 people. But because of our landing page, it's not going to their normal website, you see. We're asking for someone to put their name and email address in because they're looking for a valuation. So that's why the estate agent near me and the estate agents in Bedford are really a little bit mismatched, because we're hoping and praying, but then our ad talks about getting a valuation or house valuation. So they shouldn't have really clicked on the ad if they're not looking for a valuation. So this is where we've got to literally be like, like the ads before we've run this were all about attracting everybody. Now we're only attracting certain people. Now, obviously, we're not going to get everybody, unfortunately. We're not going to stop everyone clicking on the ad, but it is part of the game, unfortunately. But what we can do now is just get rid of all these phrases. And maybe if someone searches for that, we can still show it, but send them to the normal, regular website. So that's what we do. We just basically go pause. We go click up here. We just pause the keywords. And then that is it. We pause those, so people, if they search that again, they'll be shown a different ad about being the estate agent of choice, all that sort of stuff. But again, we're not looking for buyers, we're not looking for tenants, we're looking for people that want to sell or let the property out. So we've got to be very laser focused. And all we do is we come in here every 30 days and we just give it a good look over, like house. I mean, someone's typed into Google here, house prices in 1991, calculator, house values in my area. All right, we didn't get any impression. We didn't get any interactions there. So that didn't cost us anything. So these are words like, how much is my house worth? Land registry. We got 1 impression. So these are the impressions here. These are the clicks. So really, it didn't cost us anything. But what I will be looking for is like words like this. How much is my house right move? How much is my house worth? Right move. How much is my house worth? UK. Now, the term UK is too wide for me. So I'm actually going to negative that word out. So we're going to just pause that. Nationwide, how much is my house worth? That's someone, not 9 times out of 10 will be looking for a remortgage. So all we do is just come down here and we just go through the list and we just make sure that we're not showing like property value index. Like, all right. And then we just, every 30 days, we just come into here, make sure if we did get a click, then registration, registration value instant. That's interesting. All right. So that phrase there is nothing we want to go for, but we want the word valuation. So we also want instant. So the word registration, I don't know. I think people have had a drink when they do this. Value my house island. Now, we shouldn't have been shown that. They shouldn't have seen that at all, because we are very specific. Okay, so we do need a bit of work on this. But again, that cost us £3.6. Now, overall, the campaign, obviously, as we can see here, it isn't a set and forget. It is a constant babysitting project. Literally is, because, there's the searches in here that shouldn't be searched for like island. I mean, that phrase should be negative, and I'm negative that out. Negative means we're building up a list of people or words that we don't want to show for. So yeah, that's how we bring results. This is how now, once we're getting results, we just fine tune the machine. So over the next month, we get the same results, if not better, but just chipping away and making sure that our machine is staying on focus, because a lot of this is all now bots and machine learning and algorithms and all sorts of things. What Google's showing us here is that Pete and client, I'm not going to mention the client's name, these are the words, value my mobile home, for instance. Again, didn't get a click for it, didn't cost us anything, but we just want to make sure that in the future we don't show for it. This is the three bedroom house for sale in Bedford. We don't want to show for anything like that. Now, we have got that as a negative, but for some strange reason, unless I'm mistaken, these have all happened between the 1st and the 4th. So I'm learning something new here. All we're doing is basically going in and we're going to get these words now, put them into a Word doc, copy them and put them into a negative keyword. So negative keyword list, which is basically telling Google in this list, if someone types these words in, like Zoopla, Rightmove, property prices, house for sale, bedroom, all these types of, quick searches for buyer intent and tenant intent, we don't want to show for. So yeah, if you've got any questions about optimizing Google Ads, or maybe you want someone to do it for you, then reach out to us. Again, if you're on the channel and you enjoy this type of thing, then just give us a cheeky subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to receive more and more information about helping you grow your agency through Google Ads search ads. All right, so you have a great day, morning, afternoon, or evening. Take care.